Well, hello and welcome back, my friends, to another episode of Mondays with Mindo. Excited to be with you guys today, running a little behind because I had some technical problems. But you know what? That's just how what happens. It's welcome to Monday, right? Welcome to Monday. Some days are Mondays. All right, so friends, here we are. Okay, this is much better. I tried to switch streaming platforms and it didn't work. So we tried, we failed, we come back and we crush it. Okay, that's just what we do. So today we're going to be talking about, I'm continuing a series, I should say. I'm continuing a series that I titled Selling on Social Simplified. So this is part two of five. We're going to be going through five different episodes, really speaking about how to sell on social simply. So excited that you guys are here. Do say hello when you get here. Let me know, are you watching this on YouTube? Are you watching it on Facebook? Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, hit the bell, do a happy dance, all the things. So you don't miss me next week, because we're going to continue to unpack what it looks like to sell on social simply. I have been a social seller since 2018. Back then, I was working in the insurance industry. I decided to quit my full-time job to build my online business, and God has blessed me so incredibly huge. Over the last 7 years, it's been just remarkable. So I've led teams that have sold, I don't know, I think upwards of $13 million in sales. So yes, selling on social can really change your life, and it can change the lives of so many other people. It's just an incredible place to be. And I'm super passionate about it. So you guys also know, if you follow me for any length of time, I love Jesus. I love Jesus. I love building business, and I love talking about it with people who love the same thing. And so even if you don't like the same thing, I'm going to talk about it anyways. So that's just a little bit about me. I live here in Bismarck, North Dakota. And like I said, I've been doing this now for 7 years. It's been a huge blessing. And it's my heart to give back to you guys some of the goods, you know? So that's what we're getting into today. So again, say hello when you get here. Let me know if you are catching this live. Let me know where in this beautiful world you are tuning in from. Where do you live? City, state, country, right? Like, this is why I love social media. It lets me talk to people around the whole globe. It's awesome. And also, if you are catching this on the replay, drop a little hashtag replay in the comments so I can thank you for watching the replay. Anyway, last week, you guys, we laid the foundation. Okay, we talked about what social selling actually is, and the shift from building just a business to actually building a brand. So today I want to talk about the part that stops so many of you in your tracks. And it did for me for a while. And you guys know I'm as transparent as they come, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But what stops so many people in their tracks is building a brand without like feeling fake. You know, you heard the fake it till you make it thing. There's some truth to that, but how about we just build authentically, huh? Sound good? Because the moment I say personal brand, I know what I do know what some of you think. Some of you think like, yeah, I don't want to be fake. Or I like don't want to overshare my life. I don't want to act like an influencer. Is this relatable to any of you? Smash the heart button if it is. Or most of you, I would say. And now I've taken over 2,700 coaching calls. I also coach and mentor women building business online. And here's what else I know. Many of you are kind of stuck in the place that you don't even know what your brand is. And I'm going to help you kind of navigate that today. Okay. And let me also just kind of say this clearly. For those of you that resonated with this whole, like, I don't want to be fake. I don't want to be an influencer. I don't want to, like, overshare my life and all of those things. It doesn't mean like you're doing it wrong. Okay. You're learning. It's the journey. So welcome to the journey. All right, let's get into it. What is a brand, actually? Okay, let's kind of like lay some foundation here. A brand is not a persona. It's not a performance, and it's definitely not pretending to be someone you're not. Your brand is simply how people experience you over time. I created Mondays with Mindo, you guys, just by showing up and pushing the button to go live and start talking to you guys. I didn't like sit in perfectionism trying to strategize and figure out what I'm going to talk about for the next 12 months. Your brand is simply how people experience you over time. It's the themes that you repeat. It's the problems that you talk about. It's the perspective, the unique perspective that you bring to the marketplace. You guys know that you already have a brand, whether you are intentional about it or not. Your brand is being built already. So really the goal is not to create a brand. Good morning, Tina King. The goal is to clarify it and to get some clarity around it. Okay, so that's what we're going to kind of unpack today. But let me just touch on why a lot of people kind of feel fake. All right. And if you've ever been in that space, you guys, I get it. I've been doing this for 7 years. I've experienced all the things that I'm talking to you guys about right now. I've walked through that myself. So I can confidently come here and speak it to you. Most people feel fake because they're copying someone. It's inauthentic to who they are. They're borrowing language that doesn't sound like them. They're posting things that they don't actually believe. They're trying to sound like the successful people that they follow. And when you copy instead of lead, it will always feel off. Okay. Yeah, Tina, I feel you. She says the hardest part, let me share this with you guys. The hardest part of branding for me was the niche. I love so many things. We're going to talk about that too. You're not alone in that. And as a matter of fact, you guys, I just signed on to do a 6-week training with Adley Kinsman. Adley Kinsman. She's the chick that started Viralish. She's talking about this right now, and I'm learning so much. And Tina, and for those of you that are multidimensional people that like a lot of things, trust me, I'm going to bring like the knowledge and some of the wisdom that I learned in this training. I'm going to bring it to you guys as well, because this keeps a lot of people stuck. I don't know the one thing I'm supposed to be talking about. Sorry, I'm going off on a field trip here. Anyways, let me go back to this. When you copy instead of lead, it will always feel off, okay? So that's not a confidence issue. It's really a clarity issue. So let's make it simple. Who likes simple? Drop simple in the comments if you're all about simple. If you want to build a brand that feels natural to you, and please do this, because that inauthenticity, people can see through it, right? Like we can spot that stuff from a mile away. But it really just starts with 3 simple things. Tina loves field trips. I love you. Okay, it starts with 3 simple things, my friends. What do you believe? And it doesn't need to be this most profound statement. Just what do you believe down in your guts? Okay? What have you lived, or what are you learning? You guys, I'm telling you, if you listen to me at all, I've said this time and time again. I tell my team this all the time. If you guys are learning anything, if you are, I have stacks of books. I am constantly learning. I'm listening to podcasts. If you are learning, you have content for days. But it goes all back to your brand. You should be learning. Always and forever. So let me recap. What do you believe? What have you lived, or what are you learning? Oh, Karen likes those field trips too. Okay, fine. I'm glad you guys like it. Again, part of my brand. You never know what's going to come out of my mouth. We'll just go on all kinds of field trips. And the last one is this. What problem do you care enough about to talk about it over and over again? What do you believe? What have you lived through, or what are you learning? And what problem do you care enough about to talk over and over again? And you guys, I think many of you know, if you follow me for any length of time, my brand has really transitioned. You know, I used to be this top leader in this network marketing company and flying on all these trips and doing all these fancy things and all the things. And that was great. It was a season of my life. But now, like, I won the awards and the things, the plaques and all the stuff. Like, God just like totally shook me. And I love it because I asked him for it. I was like, Lord, burn it down if it's not supposed to be here. And I went through a season of refining. So what I believe Christ should be at the center of everything. Your business, your life, your family. It starts and stops. It ends and falls. It rises, and all the things with him. I love Jesus, and I love building business. I am so passionate about helping other women build online. I love it. I could talk about it for days. Okay. I've lived it, but I'm also continuing to learn it. So it just is naturally for me. Okay. The problems that I care enough to talk about over and over again. Oh my goodness. I've shifted a little bit on that too. Used to be pretty political, kind of shifted that because that like attracts the trolls with the goals. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it's yuck. It's yuck out there. So I'd rather talk more about Jesus, right? And more about building business. I love to help people learn how to learn. Karen, I love it. Yes, I love being grounded and sharing how I got through things with life and health. That's awesome, Tina. That's awesome. And you guys, please do it. And we're going to talk about taking action here too. So that's really it. You guys, you don't need a fancy niche statement. And when I train and I coach you guys, and actually how to sell on social simply, you guys, I put together a guide. This is my very first digital product I created. My VA knocked it out of the park, man. He did such a great job. Jordan, I love you if you're watching this. But anyways, I talk about that I help statement. I want you guys to get this. Those of you that have been like, I help women between the ages of 40 and 50, feel better and blah, 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 and all the things, blah, 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 all the things you do. That is really more for you to kind of keep you grounded. So if you have the statement, rock on. Good for you. You don't need to do a rebrand, and you don't suddenly need to become on all the time. You just need a center of gravity. That's right, Karen Welsh. The foundation is stronger if Jesus is there. Amen. Let me talk to you. Some of you are on the but I'm still on the journey kind of phase or stage where you don't have the results yet. I'm going to tell you something. I just got to bust through a belief here. Some of you are thinking you need to have the big results in order to start talking about it. That's not true. It does not disqualify you. Okay. If you haven't gotten the results yet, you guys, you teach from your journey. You share the journey with people. You share the journey with people. If you're brand new to the social selling scene, share the journey. Grab your product and be like, my friends, I just got my box in and I'm so excited. I have not started taking these yet, but I can't wait to take you guys along the journey. Every day, I'm going to show you how I jump in here and how I'm taking my little daily essentials packet. And I'm going to show you, as say it's a weight loss thing or it's just a health and wellness thing. I'm going to show you how my numbers change. We're going to do this together. How many of you right now, raise of hands in the comments, let me know. How many of you right now follow someone that's on a journey? I follow a kid named Ethan. He was weighing 600 pounds when he first started his journey. And now he's down to I think he weighed in at 435 the last I checked. People love following people that have a journey. And I highly encourage you just let the perfectionism go, which we're going to talk about that actually next, and just start sharing in your stories. Start creating the reels. Go live once a week. Hold yourself accountable. Invite people into the journey. And listen, if you've already gotten the results, obviously you're going to teach from experience. Both of those things, taking people on the journey, or again, coming at it from a place of authority because you've been there, both of those things build trust. And you know what people I think are over right now? We're over the perfectionism. We're over being perfect on camera and saying the perfect thing with the perfect lighting and the perfect whatever. Gone are the days. Because people don't follow perfection. They follow honesty and they love to watch progress. So this is where, though, perfectionism can sneak in. Any of you recovering perfectionists here, or maybe you still battle with it, just raise your hands. You're not alone. I am with you. Hi, my name is Mindy Baxon. I am a recovering perfectionist. Drives me crazy. It's meant to keep us safe. But I'm telling you what, if you try to wait till it's perfect, you're going to be waiting a long time. You're going to lose a lot of money. You're going to lose out on the ability to impact a lot of people. So I'm going to give you guys some action steps today. This is going to be a little training I'm going to have you taking some action today, because you're not going to be stuck in procrastination and perfectionism, not on my watch. Okay. So perfectionists, let's just call it out. You want to wait until you sound more confident. Perfectionists will wait until they have better results. Perfectionists know exactly what to say. I'm telling you guys. You think that in this perfect world, you're going to get your perfect branding with your perfect fonts and your perfect logos and perfectly know what to say and have the perfect business name. That is going to keep you, I hate the word stuck. It's going to keep you broke, actually. It's going to keep you from not impacting the lives that God has called you to impact. So here's my recommendation. And this is what I know to be true. That clarity does not come by getting your brand colors right. Clarity comes by taking action. Going live, creating a piece of content, talking in your stories, creating a reel, helping someone, sharing your knowledge. The brand gets built through consistently showing up. Hi, Liz. Good to see you. Okay. This is why, you guys, as the brand starts to pull together and you start getting more clarity around your brand and who you are, however imperfect it is, it's really fun. Like creating content then becomes really fun because you're not forcing posts. Okay. Hi, Melissa. Good to see you, my beautiful. You're not forcing posts. They just kind of come naturally. You're not hiding behind a company, right? Let me say this really loud for some of the people in the back. You are not your company. Say it with me. I am not my company. Please, if I've learned any valuable lessons in my life, and I've learned a lot of them, you do not want to promote your company as your brand. Why? Geez, I don't know, because your company doesn't last forever. And those of you that think your company is going to last forever, I'm telling you, I hate to tell you, but that's a risk. Okay. You are more than your brand, or excuse me, you are more than your company. You are you. You are your brand. You guys picking up what I'm putting down? Smash the heart button if this is making sense to you. Okay. So when you get more clarity around this, you're not forcing posts. Content becomes a lot easier. You're not hiding behind your company and you're not trying to convince strangers. Okay. You are now connecting with people genuinely. Okay. You are leading naturally and you're offering solutions. See, it doesn't need to be that hard, friends. So before we wrap up, I want to give you guys some action steps this week. Okay. Not to overwhelm you. We're not getting overwhelmed. That is a choice. We are unsubscribing from that. Okay. So good girls. Okay. So I want you to write down 3 things that you believe about the problem you help solve. 3 things that you believe about the problem you help people solve. I'm not talking your like marketing beliefs, like your personal beliefs. And I know this might be a challenge for some of you, and good. I'm glad it is, because I want to kind of switch your thinking a little bit here. So, what do I believe? I'll tell you. This actually was a download 7 years ago when I was in a coaching program. Well, I believe I know this about myself, and it took a while for me to come into like alignment with it. But I know that I'm here to inspire women to take big risks, make big moves, and do big things so they can give back bigger of themselves to their family, to their communities, to their churches, to the world. That's why the name of my LLC, it's called The Bigger Project. And I formed it 7 years ago. I didn't quite understand it back then, to be honest with you guys. I was like, Lord, what are you doing? How is this connected to my company, right? I didn't get it. And now it's all come full circle, and this is what I do. You know, another one is I believe people deserve simple solutions. You know, I'm kind of in a journey right now where like, I believe we don't have to have our mother's menopause. Like we don't need to walk through what our moms walk through with our menopause. I'm kind of stepping into this space now. And it's like, just because they were tired and bloated and felt like crap and grumpy, like, you know what I mean? No offense, Mom, if you're watching this, I love you. But like, you know what I mean? Like they didn't have any bioidentical hormone replacement and they were told that like everything causes cancer. We're not, you know what I mean? And like it's all coming to light now. And I'm walking through that season. So that's kind of a core belief of mine. We don't have to have our mom's menopause, ladies. Anyways, when you think about the 3 things that you believe about the problem you help solve, it becomes really the heart of your brand. All right. Second thing I want you to choose one of those beliefs, whatever the belief is. I want you to choose one. And I want you to talk about it this week. One post, one story, one video, or all 3 if you're really feeling wild. And I don't want you selling and pitching, right? I just want your perspective on it. Do you guys know that some of the most viral content that I post is posted really rooted in who I am and my perspective on things in business, things going on in the world without being divisive? I mean, I'll take my stand, and I will take my stand on really what I feel is really happening out there right now. But I've gotten away from content that becomes divisive because again, you guys can build a huge platform. You really want to go down that field trip. You want to take that field trip. Dare you to post something controversial. But what happens, yes, and I've done it before, and it can bring in views, and I've had stuff go crazy viral before because it was very controversial. And again, it's a hill that I'll die on because I very much am educated about what I'm talking about. I don't just haphazardly throw something out there. You can go viral, but I warn you, they come for you, and it's not very fun. I don't really care. I'm not going to fight with people that I don't know on the internet. Anyways, all that said, I want you guys to at least post, one story, one video, or a reel. And I want you to talk about it this week, okay? And I want you to be mindful. I want you to feel how different it feels when you're actually sharing what you really believe. Okay? Yes? Are you in? Drop yes in the comments if you're in. Last thing I'll say is this, my friend, and we're going to continue. Okay, we're going to continue. There's going to be 5 episodes of this kind of how to sell on social, like simplified, kind of a 5-part series. We're going to continue this next week, but I want you to know that you don't have to become louder to build a brand. You have to become clearer. And next week, we're going to talk about what to actually talk about online when you're not just posting about your products. Because once your brand becomes more clear, the content becomes a whole lot simpler. Smash the heart button. Would you guys like that? If you'd like to have your content become a whole lot simpler. And of course, as you know, if you want help really putting it all into a simple, repeatable system, it's exactly why I created How to Sell on Social Simply. This is my very first digital product, friends. It's $27. It's got all the good stuff in there, I actually included a lot of great ChatGPT prompts in here to help you with this as well. So you can grab that. I think you can scan the QR code actually at the top of the broadcast. Or I'll just drop the link somewhere. Where do I want to put the link? See, I want to be careful with this. Drop the word simply in the comments and I'll send you the link, okay? So anyways, I will see you guys back here, same time, same place, right here on Facebook or YouTube for episode 3. Excited to connect with you guys again about what to actually talk about online when you're not just posting products. So we will go through that together next week. All right, my friends, until then, have a great week this week. Thinking of many of you down south. I know there's a lot of weather craziness going on. Love and appreciate you guys. And we'll see you next week.